to the CSI Arena and the 2018 U.S. Open 10-Ball Championships. We're hosted here in Las Vegas at Griff's Bar and Billiards, and we are proudly presented by CueSports International. Our sponsors for the event include the Rio Hotel and Casino, Simonis, Diamond, Cyclop, Acme Cases, and Predator 1080 Pure Chalk. It is 10-ball, race to 9, alternate break, rack your own. So now I'd like to introduce our two opponents, and what a great matchup this is. This is a matchup on our winner's side of the bracket, and we have two tremendous opponents here. First up, hailing from the Philippines and sponsored by Bugsy Promotions, let's put our hands together for Dennis Orcollo. And hailing from Germany, he's sponsored by Cyclop Balls, Kamui, Volmer Cues, GD Cases. We put our hands together for Thorsten Hohmann. Right now I'd like to turn it over to my two esteemed colleagues in the booth, Freddie Ognier and George Teachea. Gentlemen, have a great match. You may lag for break.
Well, thank you, John Lehman. Freddie Ognier here, the corner man with George Teachea. This is day 3 of the U.S. Open 10-Ball Championship.
Day 3, and what a match. 2 future Hall of Famers.
Look at this lag. Thorsten froze it
to the rail.
ball, and he'll be breaking. Give the rules here. 2018 U.S. Open 10-Ball Championship.
Well, we just heard John go over them. It's race to 9. The finals will be a single race to 11. There's alternate break or rack your own. The 2 and 3 ball will be put on the corners.
Per CSI rules.
A magic ball rack is required. Jump cues are allowed. And the 3-foul rule is in effect. These players, there's 8 players left on the winner's side this 3rd day of the U.S. Open. You have Mitch versus Corey, James Aranas versus Dennis Hatch, this match here, and then Alex Pagulayan versus Ian Costello, the undercover guy.
The undercover agent,
yeah.
All right. You see Thorsten up there, he's racking the balls, and you see his cue sticks of Volmer cue, his old faithful cue. He's got the same shaft I think he's been using for about his entire life. Breaking with the BK rush. Thorsten has one of the hardest breaks here. Very consistent, right around 24, 25 miles an hour, and solid. See how hard he hits them.
And also, when you get a chance to watch Thorsten, watch his stance at the table. It's so classic. It's so clean. It's so
very solid.
Exactly,
very solid American pool stance.
From a German.
Yeah, I mean he's American pool meaning not UK pool. The game of American pool.
Yeah. These guys are going to be battling out here for you. We had 8 matches on the 1-loss side, so there's 16 players left there. And
we're getting down to it. This is moving day.
Yeah, we're moving today. As we watch Dennis decide what he wants to do with this ball in hand. You had Max Eberle losing to Omar Al-Shaheen. Barry French lost to Vilmos Foldes. Warren Kiamko defeated Chris Robinson. Shane Van Boning defeated Josh Roberts.
Right on this table a few moments ago.
Just a little bit ago. Clenti Kachi over Ronnie Alcano.
Oh, brutal way for Ronnie to finish off his match. He missed a hanging ball.
Oscar Dominguez over Shane McMinn. Ernesto Dominguez over Tyler Steyer.
The Dominguez father-son team is killing it.
And
Good
Billy
look.
Thorpe.
Good look here at the man from Surigao, Dennis Orcollo.
Arguably one of the best 10-ball rotation players around.
No, ever. You know,
ever.
This guy is I think the Fargo ratings have him at number 3 in the world or something like that. 2 or 3, 4. He's always there.
We've seen some great pool from Dennis versus Shane in the past. Seen some matches there. So
might see some
more
this week, right?
Yeah, there's been a lot of action here at Griff. So if you're in the area, guess what? Get by here. Catch a plane real quick. You got another day, and still got all the players here for the 8-ball. Hopefully.
Dennis shooting with a universal cue for those of you interested. This is the first time he's been on the TV table this year for this U.S. Open 10-ball championship, as the same with Thorsten Hohmann.
Dennis's
Oh,
Fargo
look at
rate.
this. Really got diamondized there. It's 4 1/4
missed.
pocket, and he hit every bit of that pocket, but he didn't want to go in.
Wow. Grumpy pocket.
The grumpy pocket.
Yeah,
but-
Dennis's Fargo is at 811, and we're looking for
Oh, that's
Thorsten's.
pretty high. Pretty high.
It's one of the highest. There's only 4 higher. 1, 2, 3.
I'm surprised there are 4 higher.
Yeah. You got Shane, Wu, Shaw, and Cole. And then Thorsten is down a little ways here, not too far down. Well, maybe it's further down than I'm thinking. 777.
That is surprisingly low, and you know, 770 something versus 811. That's the advantage to Dennis, but I don't think on a race to 9. You know, that's just, of course, my feeling is that.
Well, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's going to
He's
be
future Hall of
he's a
Fame, yeah.
future Hall of Famer. Both these guys are going to be future. These are both future Hall of Famers for sure.
And keep in mind, he's coming off a layoff, too. He said he hasn't been playing for, I forgot, I think he said 3 months.
Looks pretty good for not playing.
Phoenix was one of his first, this last tournament last week, coming out parties, I guess.
Dennis playing safe here because that 4-ball is in just a weird position. Last time Dennis shot at that 3-ball, he had to try to fire it to get to the 4-ball, and didn't. The pocket was not accepting.
So he's going to go for the just feather it on the right and come around, try to get by the 4.
Without scratching.
Oh,
That's going to be long, so that's good.
perfect with the cue ball.
Right
Look at
on
this
top
cue
of the
ball.
4. Right on top
Beautiful,
of the 4.
beautiful cue. If it locks in, if it nestles in there, wow. This gives Dennis a kick at the 3-ball. Right from there, where he just, I like when they do that for us because it just makes our job
And
so
then we
much
know
easier.
the way he's
Yeah,
looking at the
pretty
one
much.
rail. At least we know he's looking at it.
Yeah, that's right.
But of course he's going to look at it, right?
It's an option.
Dennis Orcollo from Surigao, Mindanao in the Philippines. His nickname is actually Surigao, but somewhere along the line somebody started calling him RoboCop. Because
He
he's
went
very
3 rails at it.
machine-like. I like the 3-rail, kick full in the face, and safe. I think it's safe. Maybe a half masse. Tough first game here.
You're going to trade safeties on the 3-ball.
Sure. Here he's grabbing it.
That was
a
great
cue
camera
to
work.
jump.
He's going to jump it.
He's going to jump it with
Keep
a
it.
with the Predator break cue,
Mm-hmm.
which
The jump break.
no, it's just a break cue, straight break cue.
It works well, except for that part.
It's also a scratch cue. Apparently, that's just brutal. You know, that's
Ouch. Out of all the places that ball can go, it goes right to the side pocket.
yeah, on a straight cut like that,
Mhm.
it likes to go into the side pocket. You'd think with the jumping action, it might have been able to give him a break, but apparently not. Dennis going to set himself up for a behind the back shot. Oh, okay, he can reach this one.
Dennis started out on Wednesday, defeating Andrew Dealing 9-0. Then Sullivan Clark 9-2. He defeated Sean Wilkie 9-1.
Wow,
He's
Sean
lost
has been-
3 games and he's won 27.
That's a big win over Sean.
Yeah.
Sean's been playing very, very well.
And Thorsten, on the other hand, started out with a bye, defeated Robert Ferry 9-2, Ernesto Dominguez 9-4. So here we are in this match, this 4th round winners match. Like I said, there's 8 guys left. The other ones that are playing, that are still on the winner's side, is Mitch and Corey, Mitch Ellerman, Corey Duell, James Aranas, Dennis Hatch, Alex Pagulayan, and Ian Costello.
Well, with the ball in hand, Dennis in the open field. Looks like he's going to take care of this. A little funny off that rail. He's not straight in, but he's not going to complain. Shoot straight at it.
And rather machine-like.
1-0 for the RoboCop.
Race to 9, folks. Alternate break. So Thorsten laid it on the rail. So he'll be breaking whenever the score is even. Whenever the score totals are odd, Dennis will be breaking.
They have Thorsten listed as Germany, but he's been living in Jacksonville, Florida for quite some time.
Mhm.
But apparently not. That's how much I'm into this.
Well, no, people move.
People do move.
People
but
move. We were just informed that,
Thorsten
and we have
Hohmann.
a great production manager. And he informed us that he's been in the Philippines for the last 5 years. Is that what he?
4 or 5 years.
4 years, 4 or 5 years, somewhere in there.
And did you say that he hasn't been playing much? What's he
Just,
doing?
he just said he hadn't been playing. He said he took a layoff, and I talked to him in Phoenix, and I talked to him here.
Maybe the Filipinos have made him quit for a few months.
Thorsten's very personable. You're very approachable, guys. When you're out out and about here at the BCAPL World Championships, and he's walking around, say hi to him. He's a very personable guy. All these guys are.
Absolutely.
I mean, we had a good view of Dennis and a few drinks at Freezer's, the interview.
Really perfect break by Dennis, and the last ball moving, decided to cozy up and kiss him right in the face and hug him. Still hugging him apparently.
Yeah.
He's gonna push out somewhere near the 8 ball, I think. Here he goes. Which direction is he going to go to get there?
The one that works.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to push out to a jump shot.
No. Well, if he wasn't tree-topped over the 5 ball, he'd go 2 rails from the bottom.
Oh, he's,
the right
he's
side.
pushing here. He's pushing.
Yeah.
Right to the 8 balls. That would have been the initial thought, and that's exactly where he's going. He wants to be able to have Thorsten see this ball. He can see it, but
he can see the scratch side of it.
he can definitely see the scratch side. You can't hit it full in the face to avoid the scratch, because the 1 ball, I think, will just hit it straight back.
Did Thorsten just basically say, go ahead?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't
That's
even move.
right.
Okay.
Does he have a feathered lick at this? I think so. He's going to have to try to just breathe on this 1 ball and cue ball around. Well, he got more than breathing on it. He had a lot more room than I thought, and he's going to be safe. Well, he got away with that. Cue ball hit the 10 ball in the middle of the table. Easy
And
hit.
Yep, it didn't go down to the pocket, huh? Dennis has been playing quite a bit the last couple weeks. Played 3 tournaments in a row, and then this one. But
You know, when people talk about playing pool and your form and your mechanics, there are a handful of people that people always talk about, but I think the #1 person that I hear is if they want to emulate somebody, it's Thorsten Hohmann. He's absolutely rock solid.
stance-wise,
Stance,
and
everything.
classic stance. Another player of that, I guess, caliber, nature, Mika. Mika has some of the best mechanics.
Yeah, but I mean, and this is not an insult to Mika, but he's been doing this quick firing thing in the last several years now. That and you never see Thorsten do that. Mika's an amazing player, and don't get me wrong, he's just amazing. But you know, the way Thorsten approaches, gets down, takes his time. He doesn't do that up and down thing like.
No, right. You don't watch that the
Yeah.
Q-tip go up and down and wiggle around. It comes through real nice. And it's delivered very well. Where does he go from here?
Well, he can see the 1 ball,
Yeah.
but he's going into something.
He looks like he can cut the 1 in the side pocket. If he can avoid the 7, but he has to get on the same side of the table for the deuce.
Yeah, there's
Unless
a
it
lot of
goes by
traffic
the
here.
10.
If
Unless
he
it goes by the 10.
If he gets by,
Yeah.
it does go by the 10. If he gets by the 7, gets by the 8, if it gets by not missing the 1 ball, which he did, from that distance, you'd never believe that he would have missed that badly, but he did. Thorsten just about saw the same shot as last time.
Well, this time he can go rail first and pocket the ball, but he's going to be a long way from the deuce.
Yeah, I think that was the last shot. He also could go rail first, turn
Did
a
he?
pocket, but it wasn't close. This one doesn't. Well, let's see how he gets there. How he does.
Just above the side pocket. Yeah, still wasn't enough. That side pocket was in his way. Good view there. Great camera angle to see that.
Ball sounded weird off that end rail. Well, he's got, Dennis has a open shot here. Does
Those
he
have been.
does he have to spin this a little bit to keep it from going behind the 6 ball, 7 ball?
I think
Or just
he's.
run right into these?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he comes right down and goes right back up again, just like that. And you're
See,
right. He
it-
didn't.
it
He
had
did
no
get
chance
behind
of
the
getting there.
7. He did get behind.
And
the
he hung up
7.
a ball again. That's 2 balls he's missed. In fact, that might be this a 3rd ball he's actually missed, and every time Thorsten has not a shot. But this ball's hanging,
It's called missing well.
missing well, all right.
Is he going to put that extreme assay on it, or is he going to go 3-rail kick, or just 1-rail
One
kick?
rail
for
kick,
that matter, yeah.
probably.
No reason for the 3. Comes too close to those balls on the left as it comes by.
For me, I would have taken my jump cue out and jumped it right off the table.
Well, you know, the good thing about this is the 1 ball's in the middle of the pocket. If he jumps this and hits the ball square with some draw on it, it comes back. This cue ball can just pretty much. That's tough. It's a
Definitely
tough shot.
tough.
It's a long way away. He's got to keep it in the air a long way.
And I think he does have to do a slight right-hand English because the 4 ball is right in the way. It looks like he's doing more than a slight. He's made this ball. And not going to really get... Well, at least he can see it.
Wow.
At least he can see it.
This, I wonder if it goes by that 6 in the side pocket. It doesn't appear to. It doesn't appear to.
Well, you can take a look at him. You know it's going to be close, and if it's really close, he'd go over there and take a look, but he hasn't even looked. Not exactly a fast start for Thorsten, and it's nothing to do with him.
It's not exactly a fast start for either,
Either
player.
one
They're,
player.
they're, they're trading.
We got
they're
one guy that's
trading
missed
shots.
3 shots.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best players ever played this game missed 3 shots. And the last one he missed was a total duffer, wasn't it?
That was it. That 1
The
ball.
1 ball.
Yeah, but you know he was trying to do something with the cue ball. I think.
And hey, he's not gonna like this.
Will he just go ahead and bank it, or just try to put the cue ball behind the 4? That's a tough shot
Yeah,
to
but
lag that cue ball up against the 4. You might play that a good old 4-railer. And get the ball down table.
down table here.
Nope.
Yeah, he's not even
He's
getting
going to
hard
go
now. This is going
behind
nowhere.
the 5.
This is
going
going
to the
nowhere.
side.
That's
Nope.
That's a really loose shot.
And he might have been just trying to leave him across because the 2 ball won't bank.
I'm looking right at Dennis, and he doesn't seem too concerned, as if there was no issue with that shot whatsoever.
He figured. It looks like he figured to leave just not a shot.
Yeah.
And really, there's not too much that Thorsten can do here. He can cut it right in and run into the 4. I think he just makes the ball and hits the 4 and takes his shot on the 3.
As long as he doesn't scratch off the 4.
I think he hits the 4 pretty full. Yeah. Pretty close to the scratch.
Close to scratch.
Yeah.
3 ball passes, so I think he's got the best of it here. Doesn't it pass? He was just about to aim.
Doesn't
not
appear to. Yeah, no, it doesn't appear to. If it passed, he'd be.
He'd already be shooting.
Yep.
Yeah, he'd be
He's
going
in-
the other way, but he's not even looking at it that way, and he's looking for safety, and this isn't
Yeah.
all that good.
He's got him. It's going to be a little kick. I mean, jump. Because he's only jumping over maybe an 1/8 of the ball.
He's
Oh,
got the
he's got the top part,
he's
yeah.
almost got the full ball to shoot it straight in the face.
He sure does. I thought he had him just with the edge there. Well, Dennis isn't real happy with this shot, but he's not really disappointed. He doesn't have to do anything, you know,
He's
difficult to hit it.
He called it into the left pocket as we view it, yet he's not even close to aiming that way. So
Into the left pocket, upper pocket?
no, lower left. He just called it, so it's very strange. It doesn't look like he's aiming anywhere that could possibly go there.
Well, let's see. He can hit the top of it. So I want to learn shot here. We're all going to learn shot.
Yeah, he'd have to hit the bottom rail in the 8 ball and the cross, and that's just nothing close, unless
can't
he's
be
just
too
playing
random.
safety. But he definitely pointed to that pocket. Yeah, it's not even close. So he's
It's the 4. He's
This
going to
is
like
no
it a
good.
lot.
Oh, wow.
It's the 4. He's
yeah.
going to like it a lot.
That speed was going right to the side rail,
To the sellout zone.
to the sellout zone. Both these guys look like they're boxers just kind of feeling things out because nothing has been.
Well, they're in an
hugely
arena. They're in a
offensive.
ring. So boxers, gladiators, what else can we call them? Combatants. You know, some players believe you should hate your opponent when you're playing them. Yeah.
I know it.
Your opponent is usually the table, folks. Although in this game, your opponent can do things to impede your game, like keep you in the chair.
I know it's a nice fluffy saying, but if you're not playing your opponent, also you're not playing this game.
That's
It's
right.
just oh, wow. It looked like he was going to put too much English on there, and he did. But then again, we've seen this table enough.
Well, this. For some reason, this is just this table. I think it would
confuses
help the
people.
players. It would help the players if we, after every match, clean the balls. That's a lot of maintenance, though.
Josh Roberts just played on this table, and he said actually the table played fine.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Short.
It does play fine. I mean, it can play sticky and wet sometimes.
It just, I guess it just plays differently.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely plays fine, but it does play different enough that people have been some players have not adjusted well to it.
Yeah, some.
Some players have
Some.
not, some have.
Yeah, exactly. Some. And Dennis is on his way to his second game in this race to 9. Thorsten is just kind of biding his time. Not much you can do in the chair except get up, and he'll be breaking.
Yeah, he really hasn't had a great opportunity at
No.
a run out yet. So
Has he had an open shot, really? Not really.
that last shot where he had to play the 2 ball and
Yeah.
rub into the 4 ball and hope for a position on the 3 ball, that was it.
That was it.
exactly much.
But you know, it was a shot that he had to take and couldn't do
take his
anything with
lumps,
it.
right.
Exactly. So it's what he did afterwards, and what he did afterwards didn't work real well for him.
Yeah, his safety could have been much better. He had an opportunity to really lock the cue ball up behind the 6 ball. I believe it was either the 6 ball or the 7 ball down here.
Well, on the one loss side, we have 4 matches going on right now. We have that just started right after the 11 o'clock matches. Omar Al-Shaheen versus Vilmos Foldes, Warren Chiamco versus Shane Van Boning, Clenty Cachi versus Oscar Dominguez, and Ernesto Dominguez versus Billy Thorpe. They're playing in real time. On the winner's side, Mitch Ellerman versus Corey Duell, James Aranas versus Dennis Hatch. Whoa, what a break. You're watching Thorsten and Dennis, and then Alex Pagulayan and Ian Costello. Meanwhile, quite the break from Thorsten.
It's a nice shot if he decides to take this shot. 1 ball passes.
The 7 ball to the corner pocket?
Yeah.
Yes, sure does.
And then the cue ball, he can Z it forward with a slight inside English. This is a tough shot. This is a professional shot if he decides to shoot it. Probably saying, why can't this be easier? You know, just a little bit easier.
Well, if it was easier, you know, it wouldn't be the U.S. Open.
That's right. That's
It
right.
wouldn't be U.S. Open 10 ball. 2 years ago, Shane Van Boning won both the U.S. Open 10 ball and the U.S. Open 8 ball championships. Last year, he won the U.S. Open 10 ball championships and lost in the finals to Alex Pagulayan for the 8 ball championships.
Thorsten has decided to play carom off the 10. He hit it really nice, but not with no speed.
And this year, Shane finds himself coming through the 1 loss side, courtesy of Mitch Ellerman.
I think it's going to be 3-0 here in a minute. So far, this has been one of those matches where every roll has gone one way.
You know, and a lot of times you see matches like that, and I know I've seen quite a few this way, But you see matches going one way, and then towards the end of the match, it's a complete reversal. The last 4 games of the match, completely reversed. So if you can hang in there.
Yeah, overall, you know, rolls are supposed to sort of even out. That's the way
Balance.
the universe works. But in a race to 9, you may not wait. You may never have enough games to get there.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't count on that.
That's
correct.
That's right.
But invariably, you know, as I think about it, a lot of the matches, especially on the stream tables that we've done in the last 3 years, this is the third, end up that way. We see big deficits at the beginning, and then all of a sudden, they close at the end.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
you know, sometimes you think like a 4-1 lead, you think is sort of insurmountable. People will always say that.
Yeah.
And yet we've seen it over and over again where somebody comes back, and it doesn't matter what game it is.
Yeah, it does happen.
There's no game that there's a lock on a win, even if it's a 4-1, you know, alternating breaks, and that includes bar table.
Yeah.
The small tables.
It's kind of like the rolls know who's winning, so it's time to even them up. And just when you start depending on the rolls, they go away.
Oh, yeah.
They go away.
Unfortunately, I have to depend on the rolls all the time.
Oh, believe me.
Define my game.
I know that feeling.
Rolls are us. Will be either way. Yeah.
He's hitting the ball pretty clean down the rail.
Well, he chose to just kind of leave this sort of a half ball hit because there wasn't a better place to put it.
I want to see if he hits this firmly, and he does.
Pretty firmly.
And back and forth. That keeps your stroke in line a lot better. And since there was no danger of scratching, just go back and forth, he was okay. I wonder if he wanted to go a little further to play it in the side, or if he's just right where he's at. That's the part I want to know in your head.
It never seemed like he was playing for the side.
Yeah.
Like the way the path of the cue ball, but he may have wanted to. But it never got to a position where it scared the side pocket, such that it came actually a little short, and he had to draw it to the short side of the 10 ball. 3-0.
Well, let's see if things turn around here for Thorsten. He'll get a chance to turn it around himself when the score is 4-0, or unless
after the fourth game. After the fourth game, right?
Unless, of course, Dennis gives him an opportunity at the table by missing or breaking dry or scratching on the break. Whatever it is, I know Thorsten wants to jump out of that chair and shoot. He doesn't want to sit down.
I saw Dennis practicing his break, and he was actually not hitting them all that hard. And I know he can hit them hard, but it looked like he was hitting them, I don't want to say soft, but the medium-ish.
Yeah, well,
the 18 to 20 mile an hour type of break.
Well, this is our third day in the booth here, Freddie. They've been breaking the balls hard, and I think we've seen more success when they're not breaking them as hard.
Yeah, that was a pretty firm break there. He was breaking.
And there goes the cue ball.
He was breaking them much softer. Oh, look at that!
I don't think it was going in.
I don't think it was either. Yeah. But it was going at a speed that could have landed right up at the 6 ball.
Yeah. Oh.
He would have pushed anyway. He would have pushed here. So maybe we saved a few steps.
Well, he's got an open shot. Not a good one, but an open shot, and it's 9 feet away.
Banking. This might be the,
no,
it's going to be the drink. Totally in the drink.
Wow. Well, you know where he was going with the cue ball. He was finding cover behind the 6 and lined up the 1 ball on the same rail.
And look at this. I mean, there's ball in hand, and now Thorsten has to play just a slight cut combination, or he plays the combination of the 9 ball. I mean, yeah, it feels like, oh yeah, you want this, but he's not running well right now, is he?
How about going 3 rails with the 1
and just
to the top and sticking behind the 9?
Yeah. But you'd rather have, you know, ball in hand.
Of course, you're getting ball in hand. You want a shot. You don't want ball in hand to play a safe.
Yeah. So he's
and
playing
a hard safe at that.
Right. He's playing the 1-9,
Same thing.
and
Same thing.
I think he's not. He's
no,
actually
he's playing
safe.
He's playing safe.
That's good.
This is actually smarter than the 3 railer because you don't have to move no moving parts.
Right. I thought he was going to play the 1-9 combination and hope he gets on the 1 ball. And sometimes if you're on tilt, you'll do that.
Yeah. And look what the 8-ball does to him. The 8-ball takes away the kick between the 7-10. I think.
The 7 definitely I think is on the way for the one rail if that's what you're looking at.
I'm looking at the one railer, yeah.
If this guy was out of my way, I'd be able to see that.
Oh, right. Hey, dude, move. By the way, folks, we are 30 feet?
Yeah,
30,
yeah,
35
30
feet,
feet,
yeah.
30 feet.
From the table,
Yeah.
from the left-hand side pocket.
Dennis has a jump cue out, and I'm finding it hard to believe that he would actually try to jump the 9. Because he's awfully close to it. He's about just over 1 ball away, but it's not a full ball, but it's like 3/4 of a ball. Oh, these jump cues, they do get up there.
Boy,
But
he's almost straight up. He's almost 180 degrees in the air, or 90, whatever it is, straight up and down, 90. What a shot.
Jeez.
And he called it in the side, and where's it going? A little harder. Gin.
Wow.
And shape.
Here we go. What does Thorsten do?
What was he, 2 inches behind that ball, and he jumped it?
It was about 3 inches, just over a ball, it looked like.
Wow, great camera work there to get that and just see exactly. Who needs a referee when you have a camera like that? Perfect.
Yeah, Thorsten's just running hard luck here because even if he tries to play safety, there's a fear of scratching. Right past the 5 because he'd like to tuck it there, and now he's looking to go play the 1 ball off the 5, and yet the 2 ball is the wrong side of the universe for him.
Well, from where I can see, it looks like Mitch and Corey are 2 games apiece.
Dennis and Dodon look like they're tied, I
They're
believe,
tied
3 to 3 or 4 to 4.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It looked tied.
It looks like it's tied.
Thorsten's going to play the 1 ball inside the pocket and see if he can come all the way back to the 2 ball. I got a little bit on, well, I mean.
He's going to come back pretty good here.
No, he's
I was looking at the 5.
You were looking at the 5, yeah.
I was looking at the 5 rolling.
Cue ball rolled to hit the 6 ball.
That's when the commentator was looking away from the table,
Yeah.
came back and saw the rolling ball and assumed that's what was the
He's got to be
shake
careful
shot.
with on the safety if he's playing a safe because
He's
okay, good shot here, right?
oh,
Very
he's
nicely
played a
done.
beautiful
Very
save.
nicely done. Oh boy, again, and I hate to keep on saying this, but if he gets ball in hand, the 2 ball doesn't go anywhere.
Well, Dennis seems to like he
Yeah.
can play 2 rails to the left rail and then the top rail.
Yeah, for sure, the 2 and the 5 are not going to be in that position after this shot. And in
He's trying-
fact, if he's got the rails right, the cue ball is going to be stuck behind the 5. But he's got to hit it hard enough. The 2 ball gets the 2 ball has to get to a cushion.
Yeah, he's got to hit it. He's gonna. This won't be going slow. Because he's got to get a rail after contact. He might call the 5, which means he's going to come short and try to hit the 2 right where the number 2 is. To try to make the 5. Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Playing the 5.
Yeah. He has to spin the ball quite a bit.
He
Hit
came behind.
the other side of it. Yeah.
Came behind. And this is going to
This is Thorsten's best shot.
best shot. It really
Well,
is.
Let's watch him go to work.
That's right. I can't say anything now.
You know, many years ago, there was an ad campaign for Dunkin' Donuts, and the guy'd come out and say, "Time to make the donuts."
Yes, the donut maker. His
Yeah.
name was Fred the Donut Maker.
Okay. Well, Fred.
That's-
Oh
boy.
He just burned a batch of eclairs. Ouch. It's been so long without a shot.
Can't remember how to make one.
Yeah.
And he didn't even cover this ball.
Oh, look how nice he hit this
That's
ball.
such a subtle
What
shot.
a window.
Are
Look at
you
that.
kidding me?
Look at that little window between the 7-8, and he comes right back through it and says, "I have shape."
That's some serious professional shape right there.
Now, will he just stop the ball, play the 5 on the side, then the 6, or will he draw the ball back and play the 5 elsewhere?
Well, he just stood over there, so I think that's the stop shot or the 1 inch, 2 inch draw, 2.3 inches.
Yep.
Oh, he went with the stop shot.
Yeah, lays pretty nice, and now he just falls forward just a hair to get on the 6, and
Yeah,
falls forward on the
6
7.
goes to the 7 pretty
Yep,
easily.
yep,
So this is.
it all-
So he's got a little angle here. It looks like
Well,
no issues.
he found an angle there, and it led right to the middle of the
Yeah,
pocket.
little stun follow here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he went too far. I'm inventing difficulties, but he certainly didn't want to move with the 10 ball when he didn't need to.
He'll draw this into the 10.
And you don't want the 10 to kind of cozy up to the 9 ball either.
Sorry. And no cozying up
No
there at that
cozying.
speed.
Commanding lead.
Well, you know,
Coming up.
his position is so good and his pattern play was so good. Cue ball hardly ever moved after any shot. I don't think it traveled more than 12 inches from
Yeah.
any shot.
That time it did.
Well,
For one
just
reason or
the best.
another, I think he just did it to keep his stroke loose. You can't bunt balls all day long,
No,
but you're right. I mean, he played very tight
Yeah.
position there.
nice position play, and just let the table lead him.
4-0, Dennis Orcollo. For those of you who are wondering, I know every year we go through this. Dennis, his name is actually Orcullo, but he spells it Ollo. There was a mistake on his passport. Got to play that way if he's going to get paid. And in the Philippines, his name would be pronounced Orcullo. But I don't think he'd complain if you say Orcullo or something similar to that, like the Latin Spanish-speaking community would
So he
pronounce
doesn't
it.
mind my saying it.
I
Okay.
don't think he'd mind.
He just pay me.
That's right. I mean, he doesn't mind having
maybe.
his name spelled differently. So
Right. Oh, he's putting a patch on his left shoulder, on his left arm.
Was it falling off, or did somebody just give him a
It
sponsorship?
looks like someone might have just given him a patch, handed him a couple hundred, and gave him a patch.
There's
to
a
put this on your
patch.
shirt. No, I'm just.
Could be. I can't tell if that's the universal.
It's on. See him putting it down. He just put it on there.
No shot on the one, so here comes a push out. Oh, the one ball's in the center of the table, so this
Yeah,
is going to be
he's
an odd push out. A unique push out.
Where would you go? I like going to the head of the table, right
head
in the
of the
middle.
table. I think so.
Dennis is looking to the bottom, or he's trying to figure it out. He hasn't decided where he's going to go yet.
Head of the table. Surely to goodness, head of the table, right there.
You know, at the bottom of the table doesn't matter either, and put him against the rail, because there's no pocket for the one. As long as he can't cut it to the left side. Yeah, I think definitely agree. He's looking it all around. He's playing a man that knows as much as he does.
That's right.
Executes as well as he does. So.
Yeah, there we go, head of the table.
Mm.
I know some of the viewers, I'm probably thinking, how did you guys know he's going to put him at the head of the table? Well, it's because we were on a 30-second delay. I'm just kidding. No.
And we watched it first. That wouldn't be fair.
Always look at. Go ahead, George.
I was going to say he's going to try. I think he's going to try to roll this cue ball up on the 8. Nope, he's going to go
just bank
past
it out.
that. Okay, that's it. Worked. Is it going to leak? It just did.
Well, you can see some
it
paint.
Just did.
I think.
It just did. He went that route. I think he could have also just rolled it to the bottom rail and tried to put the cue ball on top of the 8. But you know, the object ball, when you leave an object ball and play safe, if it's in the middle of the table, it's harder to hit than it's closer to a rail. It's much bigger closer to the rail.
I'm going to, give the jinx here, but when Dennis shoots this kind of shot when the ball's frozen, I think he has the most solid bridge. And of course, we all know how straight he strokes it, but this is one of the reasons why he's one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
He's called the one ball in the corner. I don't believe he can scratch with the two balls sitting there. His bridge is dead solid as he just kind of braces it up there.
He's cutting this ball back. And he made it. And he made that one too. And he's got a good bank shot on the 3.
Yeah, he would rather not made the 2, and of course he's making a little grimace there, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, he was dead frozen on the cushion, but he was favored to make that ball.
And you know, from that angle and the way he shot that ball, Not many players would be favored to make that ball.
Exactly.
He's
And
taking the
playing
cue ball
safe.
down south.
And he's on the 9, which
Don't hit
I'm
that.
sure he's surprised there.
Trying to go past those. There's 4 balls that come into play. He's looking for cover.
Yeah. Give him the grimace.
Wonder how the undercover guy is doing against Alex.
Well, we'll find out.
My man Ian and Mitch.
He is really the underdog story of this whole tournament. He's been beating people. Here he is, the last 4 brackets.
It looks like Mitch is
of the winner's
leading
side.
3-2 over Corey. Nicely done. Oh, he's going to get too close to his work. Too close to his work.
Another surprising shot. But he's going to take it and then just kind of play a little safety here. Does he just barely move the 4 ball? Get it right behind the 9 ball?
Yep, just put it there and come to a rail. Just like that.
Wow. He had right-hand English on there. It looked like it did not go to the right. Maybe by the time it got there, I had no English because he hit it so softly,
exactly.
you know.
Since he floated it down, there wasn't much of a stroke on that ball.
Because from the top view, you saw he was aiming with a good amount of right-hand English, but it was soft. Dennis is calling the 9 ball, I think, in this. Oh, that's Thorsten calling the 9 ball. He's down 4-0. I think he's ready to smash
Calling
the
ball.
hitman. The hitman hitting the
Across.
balls, and
Oh,
boy,
that's where it's
that's just brutal. If it wasn't going to be close, it shouldn't have been close.
kick combo bank.
Kick combo bank point.
Yeah,
It's going to be 5-0
And
here
he
in a
hits-
minute.
he hits both sides of the side pocket.
Yeah.
Well, he's wide open here. These are the kind of racks these guys execute to near perfection. I got so many papers down here, Freddie.
Yeah.
We have to get rid of some of them, huh?
Wow, Dennis just rolled just a hair too far here. Now he's got to, I believe he has to go back and forth. I think he wanted to go 3 rails, and he still might, but.
Yeah, looks like he is with the inside English there.
And he is. Very nicely done.
And probably just stun it over for the 8 to the side pocket, and then the 9, and oh, he's going to come up. He'd rather shoot it in the corner. Okay.
Either way, there's the danger of going too far, but he didn't. You know, if he'd gone to the right of that 8 ball, then the 9 ball would have been a little more difficult, but that didn't happen. Now he's on a stop for the 10. 9-10, stop.
Wow. We didn't see this coming. I expected a back and forth, and
Well, those early shots there that Dennis missed, and then it could have been completely opposite if he left Thorsten a shot, but he didn't. And then Thorsten's, was 1 opportunity.
so
Now 2 opportunities, he's hung the ball. So he has been shot into a coma, or at least safetied into a coma. Thorsten Hohmann has been.
or rolled into a coma.
Yeah. Let's take a look at our sponsors here, George.
Predator 1080, Pure Chalk, Acme Cases, Cyclop Balls, Griff's Bar and Billiards, and brought to Diamond Products, brought to you by CueSports International.
We are seeded by Fargo rate, the top 16. We're seeded. We don't have Simonis up there, but Simonis 860 is our sponsor cloth.
And they're using Tournament Blue here at Griff's, as they do just about for all the tables at CSI puts out.
Everybody gets gone that way.
Yeah.
Perfect break. I mean, picture perfect break.
And shot on the 1.
That's the way to do it.
3 balls on the break.
That wins you the money right there. If you broke like that every time. On the other hand, if I broke like that every time, I'd have to try shooting and making balls. That'd be an embarrassment. I actually got on the table today, George. I think I made 27 balls. I don't want to tell you how many times I shot.
Well, Freddie, I walked in the room and I saw you playing.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I gotta. The lion has to remind the jackals who he is, or is it the jackals have to remind the
Ooh,
lions who
that's
they are?
close. Well, if the jackals are reminding lions, there better be a lot of them. And
Dennis making quick work of this.
This
is just
RoboCop.
this is a throw-in Cosmo.
just went into full machine mode. He turned on his switch.
This guy.
Coming back. I
Well.
think he draws it right past the side pocket.
This is the one rail through this 2 and through the center of the table.
Oh,
There it is. And
He went
he
sideways.
went a little bit too far.
hmm.
And this is his first big mistake. He's going to make this ball, but he got bad on it. Ball could
Well.
twist on him. And look at that.
His first mistake.
first
He
mistake.
didn't cover it. He
Yeah.
didn't overcome his first mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake. But
he-
again, he was coming off
And it's funny.
the cushions from the top of the table, and those have been going along when people make a mistake on them.
You know, Freddie, you said this is his first mistake, and I looked at that position shot and I thought, if that's a mistake, sign me up. You know, because I didn't think that 10 ball was that difficult.
Yeah, and Thorsten does not want to just shoot at this ball
No.
being down 5-0. He's
No.
going to say, I'm going to play as safe as I can.
It says earn it. Look at this cue. His cue ball's nice. The only thing you could have done better there is frozen against the
it.
rail.
Yeah.
But then you made the point that Dennis shoots off the rail very well.
That doesn't seem to affect
Yeah.
Dennis.
Well, 9 feet away might make a difference. So watch him just cut this ball in.
I think that's what he's going to do. No, he's going to
No,
play the
he's
same
playing
type of safe. And this one is not as good.
And
It's slow up table. Remember, that's it.
Mhm.
But this isn't exactly a hanger. But I think he's free to shoot this ball.
I think
as long as it
Thorsten I think he has to shoot this ball.
for sure.
Because if he tries to play the same type of safety, the cue ball goes towards that pocket on the left. Although I'm pretty sure he doesn't go into it, but it's a touchy shot, and he still come up for it.
And again, it's going to come back faster. So if he's hitting it with some kind of pace, corner pocket where he stands is looming with arms wide open.
You mean his hand right there?
Yeah.
It's about to drop in the pocket. Maybe the ball will too. We'll see.
Beautiful shot. Watch out. Oh, nice, nice, nice.
That would have been cold,
just
cold-hearted
totally
to scratch on
cold.
the side.
Totally cold.
Great shot, Thorsten. He came with a shot,
Here comes the comeback.
and that'll fire. You come with a shot like that, it'll
It'll
fire,
fire
you
you
up.
up.
Yeah.
It would have been 6-0. Instead, it's 1 serving 5. Thorsten to break. Yeah, Thorsten in the past has had the one sleeve outfit, but not this year.
Oh, that's right. That was his own own wear. He was trying to start his little.
Let's start the trend
Yeah,
there. You know.
I do remember that. That was and it actually looked pretty good.
Looked pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure good is what I would call it. I wouldn't wear it, but then again, I'm not a model like this guy is. I tell you that.
That's right. You're not a mannequin.
Not a mannequin. There you go. I'm not the hit man. Look how rock
This
solid
hitman's
he
gonna
looks.
Yeah, this. Up comes the body, and then there goes the cue.
Yeah, so that's nice. Both these
Both
guys are
balls,
break
wow.
pretty well.
Yeah,
He needs a break.
7 ball.
Boy,
He's
oh
okay.
boy.
He's okay. He's got the ball.
He's got the
one in
ball
the
in the corner pocket.
He just has to maneuver around the 7 for a shot on the deuce. He can either pocket's available to him on the bottom.
Be interesting to see the replay on this. When that 7 ball came crawling up, you could see Thorsten just drop his shoulders. Like
took the wind out, took the sails, wind out of his sails.
Exactly. Now, of course, I'm going to say that, and this will be on YouTube, and he probably didn't move a bit. Maybe it was my shoulders that dropped. I don't know.
Well, the easier shot would be to the side pocket, and that was
Yeah,
taken
it-
away by the last
the
ball
last ball
rolling.
rolling.
Yeah.
So
And now he has to work for position.
Right, because he can make this ball in the corner pocket, but the cue ball will immediately go out of position, and he's got to come into position at a worse angle. He may just, no, he's not playing a combination. He's going to go ahead and play the one ball in the corner pocket. Go around? Does he go around the 7?
He could if he wanted to. He's drawing the ball, so he's going to do something with it. He's coming up. Yeah.
What he can't do is go right on top of the 7 ball. Oh, boy,
Missed
he
it.
moved all over the place. You know, we
missed it.
talk about how good his mechanics are, and he moved to the left right when he was stroking it. Mustn't have felt comfortable.
Well, now you know why he missed the ball.
That's right.
You know, and I've asked several of these top pros, do they ever watch the replays of their matches? I have yet to hear one say yes.
Well, that's, you know, we talked about this yesterday. There's at least one pro who has shot me a PM, and I'm not sure how many times he watches the one match that I did on him. But
I like to watch mine.
Oh, I have
a pro.
a handful of matches that I have from way back then. You know, I have to get the Super 8 out, the 8mm tape, so I can see them all flickering. But it is brutal.
Yeah, I like to watch. I like to watch mine and see if there is movement. And I'll tell you right now, the matches I've seen from a long time ago to now, there's a lot of movement.
There's a lot of movement.
My head's moving, my shoulders are moving, and I can feel it.
Yeah.
And
Easy out here on this. Oh, he wants to not hit a straight ball in. Okay.
Dennis can feel it too. He's about to go up 6-1.
Why wouldn't he have snatched that back by 2 inches? But no problem there. 6-1.
Because he wants to practice that 10 ball he just missed.
Yeah, I actually found the great solution when when you miss and you look and you see that you've moved. I found the perfect solution. I go ahead and move on every shot. Every single shot I'm moving, so it can't be that.
They want, you know, they do coach and train and tell you to be consistent. So
there you
you're
go.
in line.
I'm not sure the instructors like that bit of advice, but your mileage may vary.
You are in line. Somebody walk away from the table?
It looks
Dennis
like
is walking away from the table. Looks like we're taking a little break.
Little break. Back from the break. Dennis to break. 6-1. He did miss the 10 ball earlier, which allowed Thorsten to work his way back with a fantastic shot in the 10 ball, but Dennis ran through this after an uncharacteristic miss by Thorsten on the 1 ball, hanging the 1 ball up. Dennis walked right through it. Dennis had a perfect break last time. Another beautiful break this time. He did get kissed. Looks like he has a shot on the 1 ball. He does. 2 ball in the lower left part of the table as we view it. Let's see what he does here. Clearly he's going to shoot the 1 ball. there's a path between the 3 and the 9, or between the 3 and the rail. Probably get a match update here and some of the other matches for those interested. But
Yeah, we got Mitch Ellerman and
there it is. He
Gould,
went between
5-4.
He did go between the 3 and the cushion, and absolutely picture perfect.
We had some matches turn over there, and Ernesto Dominguez defeated Billy Thorpe.
Oh wow! I mean, Ernesto is just so impressed with the man.
Oh man, he's having a great tournament. He's having an absolutely great tournament. Alex is over Ian Costello. I think he was 6'2", 6'3". Saw so many matches with so many scores. I forgot them all when I got back. 'Cause I looked up.
Dennis again, probably can make quick work of this. Inside English here.
Wow, what a runaway match this is, unfortunately.
Now this one ends up being a little bit interesting here. You could stop the ball, or you could cheat the pocket and go around the 8 ball to get an angle on that 5 ball.
Yeah.
Either way, I think he's just going to stop this ball. Pretty much stop. Now he goes the other way. Does he go around the 8 ball? Looks like he's got too much angle to try to
He can go around. Well, no, he's going to go forward and come to the left side, to the bottom part of your table, I think. Oh, he went around. He went around the 8 ball.
Go around it.
He went way around it on the bottom side. That was a good shot, because that was tough to do.
Shot.
That was tough.
Of course, everything he does is nice.
Yeah.
2 railer again. Probably keep on the inside of the 8 ball. Oh wait, I think he wanted that on the. I thought he was playing that for the left pocket, but
Well,
that's quite positioned there if that's where he wanted it. I mean, I said he was going to stay on the inside, and he did, all the way to make it the outside of the pocket, outside of the ball.
Well, he just told us that he has the speed of the table down pretty good.
Yeah, look at this. He overran this one, though. You remember the other way around is faster, and he overran that by a bit, so he's got to go up and down the table. But he definitely recovered. He's just such a pocketing machine.
Thus, the nickname.
7-1.
Wow.
Just a runaway
Ouch.
here. See what Thorsten can do on his break. You know, when Dennis first came to the United States and his first Derby City Classic, of course, everybody had already heard about him. He was the guy that Efren was saying that there was a few guys back at home that could give him the 6 or 7. And people on, he recorded on ESPN said, I think that's just full of it, you know, when Efren was saying that. But Dennis was one of them. And he came over on these diamond tables, and people were still having a problem trying to figure out how to really shoot at a diamond table. This guy just tore it up like it was just another table.
Well, when you're hitting center of the pocket, it doesn't matter what
That's
table
right.
it is.
That's right. He's
No worries. I don't care how deep your shelf is. I don't care how sharp your corners are, because those are the features of a diamond table.
Right. He's really the first guy I saw that could dominate a diamond table, Dennis Orcollo.
And wham, bam. Kicked around some more. Made a ball. I heard something go in. So we got 3, 5, 9 balls on the table, straight in on the 1. Okay, Thorsten.
There you go. You can't ask for much better than this.
No. Yep. Show your stuff.
Yep. Just crawl forward a little bit because the 3 ball sits on a diagonal line. So this is a 2 railer to the 3.
Don't catch the corner.
Don't catch the corners, right. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay.
You sounded like a wagon train there, except it was rolling.
Rolling. Yeah.
Or which one is that? That's a different one. Okay, it's not wagon train.
That's rawhide.
Rawhide. That's right.
And you see, because the ball rolled a little bit, he too far, he sort of had to give up position just to shoot this. Of course, he can make this ball, but now instead of stopping on the 4 ball, he's got to roll this 2 rails around and hold it for the 5 ball. He's got to get back in line, which he did. Perfectly back in line now.
And Thorsten says, and the problem would be?
Yeah, now
No
the problem is really the
Yeah.
7 ball at this point, because
Yes.
he's got to get on it from the 6 without Getting too close. Well, it's 3 inches off to
Yeah.
the side pocket, so no issues right here.
I
Do
think
you
he's-
draw this back, or do you go
He's
up and down
drawing.
the
It
table?
looks like he's drawing it back. I like. He's drawing it over. Okay.
Sometimes you'd rather do that so you can get the stroke out when you've been getting hit over and over again.
That was a pretty accurate way to get there. The other way would have been 2 rails and land the cue ball under rail. Ooh. That makes my heart flutter when the ball does that and I'm shooting.
Yeah, and you can
I'm sure it does
see
to you
that
guys
he's
too.
got less than stellar position here because now he's actually has to do something with his ball as opposed to stop it.
Rail and back, I guess. Or does he just draw it and hold it? I think it's rail and back. Head rail and back.
He's hitting this
No,
in the
he's
corner
hitting it low.
pocket, and he wants to hit it.
Oh, to the corner?
He wants to hit this ball.
Mm.
3 rails with the cue ball. Oh, he drew it. Okay, same. He wants to stroke it, you know, because he's behind it. He's getting hit so bad. You can't baby them, so.
Yeah.
But if anything, it looks like he's overhitting. But
7-1, he had nothing to lose by firing that ball.
that's true.
And plus, these guys fire balls better than
That's
99.99%
right.
of the population.
And that's
so
why they're these guys.
that's why they're
that's why
these guys. Yeah. Quote, these guys. These gentlemen. Well, it's in Dennis's hands now. He's breaking the balls. He's breaking the balls good, too.
Dennis is squatting this ball perfectly just about every break.
Watch the balls jump. Magic Rack. Magic Rack didn't move. Some other players break and that thing comes off.
Yeah, this
And-
time he didn't squat the cue ball. Got an unfortunate roll there with his 7 ball blocking him, but the 1 ball hanging in the hole, so
Well.
kicking it in doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue.
I think he's going to kick it in. It's just a matter of will he kick to the side rail or to the bottom rail. It looks like it's going to be the side by the way he's approaching the table.
Yeah, it all depends on where that 1 ball sits in that pocket. If it was closer to the foot of the table, he'd probably kick to the
It's-
foot of the table, but it looks absolutely perfect here, no problem. He's playing the 2 ball in the side pocket.
Looks dead in the middle of the table. Middle of the pocket, excuse me. Not middle of the table.
Middle of the table.
I have to laugh at myself sometimes, guys, and I bet you guys do too. So it's okay. Yeah, he wants to.
Tricky here. Does he
Yeah.
stop the ball, or
That's-
does
yeah,
he go ahead and float
exactly.
forward?
He's going forward. Almost to the 4 he has to go.
Just such a clean hit there, even though he's coming off the corner.
Now I think he's drawing the ball back and trying to miss the 9, or he could be going underneath the 7. Drawing the ball back.
Watch out for the side pocket. Nowhere near it.
He's going to make his way to 8-2.
Cheated that ball just so he could hold it over there. We didn't need to. He actually could have cut that ball and been on the correct side no matter what. Just
9 ball on the
looks
side. Follow
so
down for
simple.
the 10, and he's at 8.
well, he decides to go down table. This is nowhere.
Back up. Oh, he wants to practice that 10 ball he missed.
He's played low on the 10 ball now 3 games in a row.
One cost him.
1 cost him. That's right. Oh,
that
one almost cost him.
too. He's at 8.
What do you think about that, George? Because he was so far out of position on that one as well. I mean, he was a good 2 feet away from the right position.
He's not worried about it. It's a shot he can make. The one that he missed was,
I
one
understand.
out of.
I understand he doesn't worry about it, but he was nowhere near the position. That's what I'm saying. And I've said before that the table does come up short on the foot rails and along the other rails, but I can't believe that he was that far away. He's been, he's been on. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose, which would be strange, right?
Maybe there's something to be said about the way the table's rolling.
Yeah.
Maybe. Meanwhile, Thorsten, the one good thing about Thorsten being in this position is he's not out of the tournament. This is on the winner's side, and he has another bracket to come through.
He's got another bullet.
But we're not done yet.
Great break. But the 1 ball is not going to be kind. Now the 10 ball. The 10 ball decides to hang.
For an early game, it's easily accessible for a 2-10 combo. He has no shot on the 1. How important is this push? Or this safety that he might shoot out? Because I think he can hit the right side of the 1 real soft. I guess he has to hit it just real soft. And
there's no 3-railer here to the 10, right?
No,
oh, wait.
no.
Is there a bank to the 10?
There is. It looks like he can hit enough that he might play the cue ball to the 10.
That's what I'm saying. 3 rails or something like that. 2 rails.
He could go possibly 2 rails. I don't know. I'm not sure that he can hit enough ball, though, to try to execute that, because it would be a sellout if he doesn't make it. So if you try, he just pointed at the 10 ball.
Yeah, he's going to try to dig here and go 2 rails to it.
Yeah, he's digging for it. He's going at it. So he can see a little bit more ball than I think he could.
He's made it.
No, yes he has. What a shot. What a shot.
We did have enough ball to dig there and 2/3 rails to the 10.
Great shot.
Well, in the end, if nothing else, he had fun on that one.
Well, you know, those are the shots that stay with you. You know, if you lose a match, you pick out what you did right and what you did good. And those are the shots that stay with you, because there's a few and far between. They just don't come up that often. Maybe twice in a tournament, possibly 3 times, maybe.
Well, we've already had a couple here, which is strange because the 10 ball has come out. But the 10 ball hanging there, we've had a couple on the streaming table this tournament, which I hardly see that at all.
Yeah, there was that one unfortunate one that ended up in the scratch. Yeah. That was beautiful, beautiful shot. We saw it played. Yeah, we've had some great shots, but there aren't that many that come up. Boom. 9 ball to the side, 1 high.
That time, again, he lost the
cue ball
dry? Just a hair.
Is this dry?
It is, and here comes the hitman.
Hello.
Making the comeback.
Hello.
All righty.
Fired up from his last shot. That didn't look real fired up. He says that it wasn't fired up, that was composed.
Yeah, the angle on the 3 ball is crucial. As you see the 4 and the 5, the 4 to the 5. The 5 ball doesn't really get to the side pocket because there's a 10 ball in the way. So you've got to make sure you got an angle on this 3 ball so you can draw or follow.
Yeah, same shot to get to the 5.
Yeah, that'll do right there.
Angle to angle.
Whoa. Yeah, a little short.
A little shy.
Yeah, and it's coming off those the bottom 3 cushions.
Do we play safe here, or does he?
It's late.
Does he cut it?
It's late. He's got to fire at this ball.
I think, from what I see here on the monitor, I think he shoots this ball. Because his speed takes him over to about where he is now. But of course, he's got to stay below the pocket. I think he shoots this ball. There is a safety here, but the safety's tougher than the shot.
Well, he's thought about it too much now, so he's playing safe. Keep ball behind the 9 ball. He's playing 2-way because he's going to be behind the 9 ball.
He didn't want to flirt with the side pockets. That's why he shot it that way.
That's,
now this is a tough shot.
Yeah, he definitely didn't flirt with the side pocket.
No. Well, he had to flirt with both of them.
Yeah. So if he makes this, I mean, this is so tough to get on the 7 at this point.
Probably bumps it.
Yeah, that's
not
good.
Sometimes some opponents will get so disgusted they'll just concede. right there.
Well,
Missed that shot.
I don't think he's going to do
But
that.
he's too much of a sportsman.
Too
Yeah,
much
he's
of a-
exactly. Because I think to concede there is you're so disgusted you give it up.
Yeah.
He's not that disgusted,
No.
and nor should he be. He didn't make that many errors.
No, he really didn't.
No.
And,
No.
But he was getting hit so much and not being able to see a shot that it didn't look like it took the wind out of his sails.
Yeah, well, first 3 racks, it seemed that Dennis got all the rolls.
Yeah. It's a way to start. But he did have opportunities, and he
Yes,
did
he
miss
did.
2 or 3 shots, and
But
that one there he missed an out that he's supposed to get out, but I know the table is a little bit challenging. And definitely no concession here. Dennis Orcollo takes care of business, 9-3 over the hitman Thorsten Hohmann.
Next match at 3 o'clock. And
Okay.